Breaking news at 4. Take a look at this picture. Police in Racine, Wisconsin say he is 42-year-old Terry Jackson, and he killed a mother of 6. He does have ties to Chicago and could be headed here.
Police tell us that he killed 30-year-old Brittany Booker in Racine, then took off. Her body was found yesterday. Back in February, they believe that he was involved in a different incident when he critically hurt Booker and an ex-girlfriend. If you see him, you're asked to call 911.
He's got ties to Racine, Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, Hammond, Indiana, and Texas.
U.S. Marshals are sending teams to all potential hiding spots. Jackson is encouraged to end this manhunt and peacefully surrender to law enforcement, because sooner or later, there will be nowhere to run.
You will be found.
In Racine, Angelica Sanchez.
Y'all, I'm so sorry. I did it again. I'm sorry. Yes, I had it on mute. Thank you, Jolene. Look, now it's coming in, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. That ain't funny. That ain't funny at all. I'm sorry. Mwah. Okay, let's bring us back down so we can look at Kevin. Okay, y'all. So, Josette, do you remember, Josette? I did this show on Kevin Samuels probably about what? A month ago? Maybe a month ago. And I remember Josette was one of the people that said that she had never heard of him before. And then all of a sudden, he gone. He gone. I'm going to say rest in peace. I am one of those people that I never want to see people pass away. The things that people are saying about Kevin Samuels is absolutely crazy and ignorant and dumb. I don't care what. Let me bring him down for a second, y'all, because I want y'all to hear us very well. I really do. I don't care. Hey, Carmen, my mama-in-law here, y'all.
What's up, Mom?
Yeah, hey, boo. Explicit language. But we're going to make sure we keep it cute. Kevin Samuel, there's so many people out there saying so much negative stuff. And my thing is this. Just because you didn't like Kevin Samuels, that don't mean you should bash him once he's dead, because he still got family members out there. And for them to go online and see all the most hateful and evil things that people are saying about him just because they didn't like his opinion. I didn't like his opinion on certain things, especially when it comes to us Black women. And I'm sure you guys, someone out there have seen the show that I did. And, you know, I let him say what he had to say. He had his opinion. I had my opinion. I never went on his platform. When it was time to cover the show, I went on there to get a clip and brought it on over to Peachy Tea Time so y'all could see it. But he was never somebody that I would just sit there and just watch unless I was covering him on the story. That's it. I don't like to sit there and watch men degrade women or whatever he was doing. But at the same time, he still has his right to his own opinion. And it's up to you if you want to go on there and you want to watch and listen. I didn't understand why women wanted to go on there and listen and let him say the horrible things that he said. But at the same time, rest in peace to him. I'm sad to see him go. I really am. Because at the end of the day, he's a human being. Facts. He's a human being. For those that's not aware of what happened, he was with a 32-year-old young lady, allegedly. She was a nurse. And he was complaining. This word on the street. He was complaining about chest pains, and he fainted. And when she fainted, the 32-year-old nurse went into action, but was not able to relieve him. So that's what word on the street is here in Atlanta. Jolene said, "Hey, cuz it's disgusting what people are saying about the man. We have to be able to disagree with other people's opinions without disrespecting the person, especially a dead man. I'm embarrassed." Exactly. No matter what, he got the right to his opinion. And y'all got the right to not go over there and listen to it. But you did. And you let it anger you.
So you have to respect it. You can't talk about it and then get mad about it.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be a healthy discussion, especially when you're doing it, when you're supposed to be healthy in it.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be healthy when you do it. So don't be mad when you go in there and he say what he said.
Exactly.
Just have an open ear, because I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the stuff that he was saying was true.
Some of the stuff was. Some of the stuff was.
It was just harsh.
And it was heartbreaking to hear someone say those things to you.
But again,
hey, Mama Peach.
God rest the dead. God bless the dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's not do that when people pass. I can understand if you actually had beef with a person and you felt like that, but
these are trolls, people that never even met him before.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't really know this person. You only seen this person on a platform. You only seen this person here or there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't actually know this person personally.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't act the same off camera the way that they act on camera.
For all we know, he was doing it for views.
Exactly.
We don't know, because y'all know, y'all like that.
He found something that worked for him.
Y'all like hearing that nastiness.
Yes, Mama. Everybody can hear now. We was on mute, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. But yes, everybody should be able to hear now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started with the show tonight. Like I told you all, we have it's a show tonight. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a show. And y'all don't want to miss not 1 minute of it, okay? Because these clips is crazy. So we're gonna start with the sisters. Here we go.
2 women were shot after police say they got into some type of argument with a man just steps away from the House of Blues. Those 2 women, family members say, were sisters. One of them, Tashana Anderson, a young mother, shot and killed.
I heard about 3 or 4 shots.
Frightening moments on State Street and River North as shots were fired, leaving who family members say was Tashana Anderson, clinging to life on the sidewalk.
I saw a whole bunch of females surrounding another female laying on the ground. She wasn't moving. And they was yelling and crying, screaming for help.
Police responding near the House of Blues just after one Saturday morning.
Shot in progress has stayed late at the King's
Following what they say was an argument that turned violent.
Caller, she's saying that she's yelling at somebody to get out her car. She's going to shoot them.
Investigators say the 26-year-old woman, along with a 31-year-old woman, got into an argument with a man who then pulled out a gun and fired on them multiple times. Those 2 women, family members say, were sisters. This family video showing Anderson holding her young daughter, who loved ones say is just a couple of months short of turning 1. Anderson was taken to the hospital where she passed away. Her sister treated for a gunshot wound to the thigh. Now, this is the second weekend in a row a shooting happened here in River North. In fact, just last week, a man was shot outside of a nightclub just blocks away from here. In this recent shooting, no one has been arrested.
All right, y'all. Now, I was going to go ahead and go straight into the second clip. I really was. But I want y'all to watch how this twist turned out, okay? I want y'all to pay attention and listen. Because when I come back, I got some things I got to say to these. I got some things I got to say. So here we go. This is the plot, the twist.
Started inside of the 10-Pin Bowling Lounge. That's where family members say Tashana Anderson caught her friend's boyfriend with a... It all started inside of the 10-Pin Bowling Lounge. That's where family members say Tashana Anderson caught her friend's boyfriend with another woman. Soon, that love scandal ending in tragedy.
She told me to tell her daughter she loved her. And after that, it just kept on, like, she was taking breath. She was trying to, breathe. And it was, like, going away.
LaShawn Anderson left barely able to walk after being shot through the thigh and watching her sister take her last breath.
I'm telling her that you can make it, you can hold on, because I know she's strong.
This would be the final picture of the sisters taken inside of the bathroom at 10 Pins in River North before Tashana went outside to meet her friend who was confronting her boyfriend.
Caller, she's saying that she's yelling at somebody to get out her car. She's going to shoot them.
And shortly after one Saturday morning, LaShawn says she witnessed the unthinkable.
She lied. He shot me.
LaShawn says she saw the man get out of the passenger side, punch her cousin to the ground before taking aim at the two sisters, both of them able to reach each other right here at this spot where LaShawn says she worked desperately to save her sister's life.
I was putting pressure on her little wound that she got so it won't bleed out no more.
But she never made it, and she says the alleged shooter drove off.
Why would you shoot my sister? For no reason. She won't argue with him or nothing. Right. She won't never argue with him. She was taken up for her friend.
Police say at this time, no one is in custody as Tashana's family is now left grieving her sudden loss.
I can't get the image out of my head, and I just wanted her to hold on, like, because she have a daughter.
Crazy.
This is what I got to say about this. Call it what you want to call it. But this is what I got to say. Mind your own business. Don't say facts. That's your favorite word.
It is. That's what I'm using.
Mind your own business. This was so senseless.
What she could have did was she could have helped her friend and just called her and told her what was going on. You don't have to confront him.
No. You didn't hear it well. She was out there. The girlfriend was out there. When she came out of the club, out of the bar where they was at, the girlfriend was out there confronting her boyfriend. And another woman was in the car with him. She goes out there to help her friend. Ain't no telling what was said. The sister with her. The man gets out the car, punches the girlfriend in the face, and then shoots the two sisters. That's who got punched in the face. The girlfriend.
Okay.
And took off. And the one that went out to help her friend, her BFF, she's the one that got killed. Had a almost 1 year old baby at home. And this man shot and killed her. What in the world could they have said to trigger him to make him do something like this?
Nothing.
I agree. Everything was bullshit that whatever they said. Because it wasn't worth them getting shot and killed. One of them getting killed. The other the sister, she could barely walk. She walking with a walker. She got shot in the thigh.
I mean, because it ain't like you did it to get away and kill all witnesses, because you left the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend and didn't try to shoot her.
Carmen said, was she a girlfriend too? Hey, as far as what the news say, no, she was not. She was just a friend, BFF. She came out helping her friend.
Well, we can only listen to part of what they say.
If my friend, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, one of my true friends, I would have went. I would have went outside. I would have tried to diffuse the situation. I would have been like, girl, come on. Just let it go. Let it go. But no, I would not have let. If I would have known that she was outside, I would have walked outside too. And I'm just being transparent. I'm being honest. But that's the thing we need to do. Pay attention to our surroundings and not be involved in mess. Go out there, get her, bring her back in. You don't want to come back in? Goodbye. I'm gone because I got kids at home. I'm not finna be playing with this fool. He crazy. That's how I feel about that situation.
Unless they ain't think he was crazy.
Unless they ain't think he was crazy.
I mean,
not crazy enough to actually shoot. You ain't even shoot your girlfriend. You shot the best friend and killed her and shot her sister. I mean, me personally, I would have thought that the girlfriend was going in bad enough to where if anything, you want to shoot her. But you done shot the friend and killed her? I don't get it.
Well, I'll let you later, buddy.
Bye. Deuces. They ain't got him yet. I'm going to give y'all an update. But they will get him. Trust and believe. They will get him. He will get caught. Unless he's already gone. That'd be the only way. So, we're going to get into the next story. We're going to keep it moving because I do got to get ready for tomorrow. I have a guest at the radio station. Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. With your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses. Okay. Now, y'all, this story right here, I don't know if this story made nationwide news or not. Headline news or whatever. I don't know if it did. But this happened here in Atlanta. And it was the baby that was left in the car. I'm not sure if y'all heard about it. But if you haven't, you're about to hear it right here. Here we go.
Breaking news.
We are following breaking news out of Gwinnett County this morning, where we just learned an 8-month-old baby died after apparently being left in a car. 11 Alive's Brittany Klein-Peter live outside Snellville City Hall. Brittany, now it sounds like they believe the father left the baby in the car there. Tell us more about that.
So what authorities are telling me right now is that the baby was found in a car left by these dumpsters in the City Hall parking lot. They say at no point did the father ever tell anyone the child was still in the car. It wasn't until about 7 hours after he was arrested yesterday afternoon that police say the child's grandmother ultimately retrieved the baby from the car and brought the baby to Piedmont Eastside Emergency Room. But by then, they say it was too late. The child had died. So the father, David Watley, he was at City Hall prior to all this. They say he was trying to meet with his property custodian for the police department when they determined there was a warrant out for his arrest for a probation violation. He was then taken into custody, but police again are emphasizing at no point between when he entered the lobby and when he was taken to jail did he ever mention that his daughter was in the car. It's unclear if he faces charges right now in the baby's death. The GBI, though, has taken over the investigation. We are working to get body cam of that arrest. They said that they are not ready to release it just yet. And in the next 30 minutes, we're also going to talk to police here at Snellville Police Headquarters.
A 20-year-old man is behind bars charged in the death of his 8-month-old daughter. Snellville police say David Watley left the little girl inside the hot car while he went inside the police station. Officers arrested him on an unrelated warrant, but investigators say he never mentioned his daughter was in the car. Fox 5 reporter Eric Perry has followed this story all throughout the day. And Eric, you spoke with the infant's heartbroken mother.
Yeah, Courtney, just unimaginable. She was too upset to talk with us on camera, but she did share photos and memories of the little girl. Police say it actually happened. They found that car somewhere in the area of this dumpster here Tuesday afternoon. They say the man then walked up to the police department. That girl was reportedly left in the car up to 8 hours, and temperature soared to 86 degrees.
I'm absolutely astounded that somebody would leave an 8-month-old in a car.
Snellville police and the GBI are working to learn why a father would leave a precious 8-month baby inside a hot car.
He was here at the Snellville Police Department to pick up a firearm that had been detected property.
Detective Jeff Manley with Snellville Police say 20-year-old David Watley parked his car near the City Hall building and walked to police to retrieve a confiscated gun around 2 Tuesday afternoon.
Standard procedure as far as firearms, we did not release firearms to someone until we conduct a background check on that person to make sure that we're not turning the weapon over to a convicted felon. We checked the background on this individual, and he came back with a warrant hit for a probation violation.
That's when Watley was arrested and taken to the Gwinnett County Detention Center.
He was on video the entire time from the moment he walked into the Snellville Police Department to the moment he was transported and released to deputies for processing in the Gwinnett County Detention Center. He made no statements as to the fact that his daughter was left in the car.
Authorities say 8-month-old Nova Grace Watley Trejo was inside the hot car for 78 hours before she was found by her grandma.
I believe she was alerted by him sometime later that she went to check on the child.
Police would not reveal just when Watley made the call to the family member to check on the baby, but doctors pronounced the infant dead at the hospital. I spoke off camera with the child's mother, who sent this statement saying, quote, "She was taken away too soon from me. She was my joy and was the happiest baby ever, who loved eating and playing. She had the loudest squeals and laughs. I loved her with my entire heart, and she shouldn't have been taken away from me this early." Yeah, and back out here live, police say that the suspect was actually released on bond last night before they realized that there was a child in the car and was dead. In his care there, he was rearrested this morning, charged with second-degree murder. In Snellville.
This is what I got to say on this. Whatever they give him, he deserves. That's how I feel. Whatever they give him time-wise, he deserves. Because at the end of the day, when he got out that car, that 8-month-old should have been out that car with him.
Yes.
While he walking up the hill to go to the sheriff department, he should have been thinking in his head, is my 8-month-old in there crying? Is she screaming, hollering? Not because it's hot.
As they locking me up, that's what I'm screaming. Come on, man. I got my baby in the car.
That's the first thing that should have came out of his mouth. He should have never left her in the car. Okay, we all know that. But the minute he walked in, and what was he going there for? Let me say that. What was he going there for? I'll tell you. And I think they said it on here just as well. He was to retrieve his gun.
That was taken from him for whatever else that was going on.
Because it was taken from him. Had to. He ain't going there to buy it. He ain't going there to buy the gun.
No, but it's like a situation with my mom, and she got into some stuff with my brother, and they came in and they took her gun. And she had all rights to go back and go get her gun.
Who?
Mom.
You got me?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you were packing. My mama-in-law was packing. Yeah, she said, let me go get my gun.
But she didn't go get it. They was taking her through too much just to get it back. So she just left it.
You remember that, Carmen?
But, you know what I'm saying? They will take it and you can get it back.
Exactly. But and I'm not saying, yes, that's the thing. You left the baby in the car. I don't care about him going to go get his gun.
You can go get the gun with the baby.
Oh, your mama said 357, girl. A 357.
No, it wasn't no 357.
Let her think it was a 357.
She know what it was.
She is on here, on camera, in front of Eric. Well, she ain't on camera. But she is commenting to the world. It was a 357. Now, back to what we was talking about. This little boy Because that's what it is. A little boy, 20 years old. We still don't know what possessed him to leave this baby in the car. Like, why didn't he have enough sense to either drop the baby off somewhere else before going or take this baby inside with you? I mean, was they not going to give him the gun back because he got his baby with him? I don't think so. White people go all the time with their kids. I'm just saying.
Not to retrieve.
Well, probably not to retrieve. Because, never mind. I'm not even going to go that route. But anyways, y'all, yeah, no problem, baby. No problem. Pulling out, my mouth can get a little loose. So, I'm not going to go there. But, y'all, we're going to have to pray. At the end of the day, we're going to have to pray once again for this little boy and for the other little boys that feel like this is cool to leave your 8-month-old baby who can cry at the drop of a dime in the car, and you're afraid, because I know he didn't forget. This little boy had to be afraid to tell them, I left my baby in the car. He had to. Because at the end of the day, you're in trouble right then and there. I don't care if he went in there to pick up the gun and they gave him the gun. He didn't have no warrant, because that's what happened. He had a warrant. But he didn't have no warrant and was walking out the door and just mentioned to the officer, oh, I got to hurry up and get to the car. My baby in the car. Your baby? What baby? What baby in the car? You think he was... It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
No.
Was he blow?
Not going to the police station.
I mean, you did some dumb. You look how dumb. Well, that was dumb.
We looking at it one-sided right now. Like, I was just talking about it earlier. It's common sense. Would that be considered common sense?
Yes, I would think that would be considered common sense.
Well, everybody, common sense is not common. It's not. Everybody don't think the same way.
I agree with you on that.
It's not common. It's just sense. It's not common. He could have honestly forgot.
I don't think so.
It's happened. It's happened. I'm just saying, it's happened.
So he going in there to retrieve his gun, and they be like, you got a warrant. I got a warrant. What you mean I got a warrant? I ain't did nothing. All I did was just what are you talking about? And you still forget that your 8-month-old is in the car.
I did not.
Because you so upset that you got a warrant for your arrest and they finna lock you up.
No, this man forgot when he got out of the car. We just gonna say he forgot when he got out of the car. When he got out of the car, he forgot that he had his baby with him.
No.
We don't know how long this man been riding around in the car. We don't know where he been, what he been doing. It's a possibility he stopped here, got out of the car, got back in, stopped over here, got out of the car, got back in. At this point, you done got out of the car so many times, you done forgot that you actually got a baby in the car by the time you make it to this last spot. We don't want to believe that because
I don't believe
it's not common sense.
I don't believe
We don't want to believe it because it's not common sense. That's why we don't want to believe it, but it happens. We don't know what he's 20 years old, but he can have dementia. He's 20 years old. He could have been high as a kite. We don't know what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm feeling like Tennille still like, listen, there's no way in hell that I done took my 8-month-old baby anywhere with me and I forgot that I got my baby with me. I don't care if the baby went to sleep. I'm not forgetting.
That's what they all say, though.
But
all of them that left their baby in the car, they say, I forgot they was in there.
But somebody else will. It happens. It happens. You done lost your keys. Where was they at? In the freezer.
True.
Why are your keys in the freezer? Again, you wasn't thinking, something was going on in your mind. You had no idea. You didn't even think to look in the freezer. Somebody else looked in the freezer for something else and found your keys. Find your keys in the freezer. So it happens. You know, not to get this man a free pass or nothing, but all I'm saying.
Yeah, because I'm not giving him no free pass at all whatsoever.
I'm not either, but I'm just saying it happens.
Well, It don't happen with people in my circle. So
No, it does not. But I'm just saying, it happens. Things happen.
hey, Amber. Your mom said, Poolie, I think they said that he called the grandmother. He did call the grandmother. He still didn't tell him. He took the time to call his grandmother, knowing that his grandmother got to drive all the way over there to get to the baby. And he still didn't tell the police officers that this baby was in the car. He chose to call his grandmother first.
Yeah, at that point, that's straight neglect.
Mama Carmen said, hey. Mama said Mama Peach said the mother said he had told the police that his baby was in the car before they told him he had a warrant. Nah, they said they got it on camera. They have it on camera. We froze. They have it on camera when he walked in, and he never told them, from what they say, he never told them that he had a baby in the car. Never said it. But maybe the video be put out, and maybe we'll get a chance to see. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility. So, y'all, we finna go ahead and we finna get into our talent. We still have 2 more topics. I showed y'all the very first clip. I don't even know if y'all heard it, but I'm gonna run it back. Okay, after the talent, I'm gonna run it back. Here we go.
You don't know, babe, when you hold me and kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing. And it don't change if I had it my way. You would know that you are. You're my coffee that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. I just wanna see. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, oh, you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, the best part.
It's the sunrise and those brown eyes. You're the one that I desire. When we wake up and then we make love, you know it makes me feel so nice. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're my Tylenol that I take when my head hurts. You're the sunshine of my life. I just wanna see, I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see you. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Oh, if you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me.
We're back.
Been through that.
I don't know if you saw that.
I've been through.
Oh, okay. Hi. It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses. I'm over it now. He's just gonna keep doing it anyways. I'm over it.
Yep.
Exactly. So we finna go ahead and we're gonna get it. I hope y'all like that one. My husband said we finna play this one again. Yeah, it's so much I've been wanting to do for y'all so y'all can see different stuff. But sometimes I do have to do a replay on the talent. Sorry. But I know y'all enjoyed it. So that's the good thing about it. Y'all enjoyed it. Look, Carmen enjoyed it. So let's get into our next topic for tonight. This man killed his wife, y'all. He killed his wife. And where he killed his wife at is crazy. Here we go.
A horrific scene at a community center swimming pool where police say this man shot and killed his wife while her daughter was taking swim lessons.
He followed her and chased her down and shot her like an animal, like he was doing hunting.
Authorities putting together the pieces as the family of 30-year-old Shondell Harris mourns. It all happened at a Jewish community center in Miami Sunday.
The husband then showed up to the scene here and then shot her over at the pool deck.
The day before the tragic scene, officials say the suspect, 45-year-old Carl Watts Jr., stabbed Harris multiple times. The City of Miami Police Department telling NBC News in a statement they were aware of that incident, but by the time it was reported to them, Watts was gone and in hiding, adding that his wife was offered shelter but refused since she would stay with her mother.
Sir, you were arrested for one count of second-degree murder. I'm holding with no bonds.
According to the police report, Watts approached Harris and began offering her money to drop charges against him for the stabbing incident. When she refused and asked him to leave, he shot her multiple times and, quote, continued to shoot her until he ran out of live cartridges. The family of the victim in shock.
She's a great mother. You know, she didn't deserve this.
We reached out to Watts' attorney and they had no comment at this time. Now, details of Watts' criminal history and other pending cases coming to light. NBC News learning he's a person of interest in the disappearance of his former girlfriend in Fort Lauderdale.
June 25th will make 8 years that Trakita's been missing.
In 2014, Trakita Scott was last seen here, leaving work to meet Watts. NBC6 reporting Scott's family publicly suspected Watts was involved.
Where is she? What did you do to her? Why couldn't you be a man and move on with your life?
Scott was never found, and police say her case is still open.
Domestic violence is one of those crimes where sometimes we don't have the full story as quickly as we wish we did.
Domestic violence is a major killer in the U.S. One study from the CDC showing that when the perpetrator was known, 50% of all women murdered were killed by their current or former intimate partner.
Domestic violence kills. There's resources out there. You don't have to live that kind of life.
All right, Issa joins us now live in studio. So Issa, you have these two cases and you were just telling me detectives from both these cases are going to start talking.
That's right, Tom. We asked officials today, is there any relation here? Are you going to be investigating these together? And the Fort Lauderdale Police Department that's looking into the disappearance of Watts' girlfriend from back in 2014 said, this arrest this week, these charges are not related to our case. However, we are now talking to the Miami-Dade Police Department about this Harris's murder case now. I also want to point out that the Fort Lauderdale Police Department had the disappearance case listed as a cold case as of today. So now conversations are happening, like I said, with this other police department. We're going to be keeping a close eye and seeing if there are any developments almost 8 years after that disappearance.
And not only is the police is talking about it, we're talking about it. The more that people talk about it, they got to do something. It's not a coincidence that this girl went to go meet him and 8 years later, she still has not been seen. And then here you come and kill somebody else.
Man, he did this in cold blood.
If they don't know God, I don't know.
Hide the body.
God. And I know God. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous to me. Charge him with it. He had to have done that to that young lady. But I understand the law is the law, which my husband feels like they need to be changed.
They do.
I agree. You sit here, you let these people go get locked up for 2 or 3 months and you let them back out on probation.
Let's just be honest, though. If any of us was in a situation where we was being charged with something, and whether we know we did it or we didn't do it, and they don't have no evidence, but you get charged, how would you feel? I mean, at that point, you like, regardless of, like I said, if you did it or if you didn't do it. You know what I mean?
Most of your family knows what you're capable of. You know, I laugh. It's some folks where they have no evidence at all, and they sit there with auntie and cousin and be like, I know that nigga did it. I know he did it. I know he did it. You remember when he used to, remember when he was messing with such and such? Remember what he did to her? Yeah, he did it. Mm-hmm. Your family members 9 times out of 10 knows. So this, I don't know. Hopefully he'll get charged with both. Hopefully he will have enough sense to let the mother know where the body is so that they can get closure.
Hopefully they can prove it.
Well, hopefully he confess.
That's proof.
Yeah. Maybe he'd be like, I'm in here anyways. You know, let me go ahead and just clear their hearts, clear their minds.
Clear his own mind.
Clear his own mind, too. Exactly. Because I know it got to be eating them up. It got to be. So, all right, y'all. We finna get into our next topic. After this, we got 2 more, and then we're done for the night. Let me play the first clip again, because this is what we finna talk about. Here we go.
Breaking news at 4. Take a look at this picture. Police in Racine, Wisconsin say he is 42-year-old Terry Jackson, and he killed a mother of 6. He does have ties to Chicago and could be headed here.
Police tell us that he killed 30-year-old Brittany Booker in Racine, then took off. Her body was found yesterday. Back in February, they believe that he was involved in a different incident when he critically hurt Booker and an ex-girlfriend. If you see him, you're asked to call 911.
He's got ties to Racine, Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, Hammond, Indiana, and Texas.
U.S. Marshals are sending teams to all potential hiding spots. Jackson is encouraged to end this manhunt and peacefully surrender to law enforcement because sooner or later, there will be nowhere to run.
You will be found.
In Racine, Angelica Sanchez.
They can't find him. Not only they can't find him, he's a him. And they can't find him. And guess what, y'all? It's several clips on him. Can't find that many clips on missing women. Black women, that is. But several clips on him. And he's missing. You know why he's missing? Because he done shot a mama. They got 6 kids. And guess what? The state got to take care of the 6 kids. So we got to hurry up and find them. This sad. That black men kill women all the time. And they still can't find them black men. But because he shot 6 of them, he is everywhere. Online. I mean, not 6. She got 6 kids. That's what I'm talking about. She got 6 kids that the state got to take care of. So they gonna make sure that he gonna pay for what he has done. But we finna go ahead and get into this story. Here we go.
Digging deeper into the homicide of a Racine mother of 6 killed over the weekend. The alleged shooter, Terry Jackson, is still on the run. Fox 6's Gabrielle Mays joins us live from Racine to explain details of this case. And Gabby, law enforcement have been looking for Jackson since Sunday.
Yeah, Mary, they have. And I'm going to be honest with you, this case can be a little bit confusing because it involves a lot of people. Some of these people are related. Some of these people are just friends.
Prosecutors say Brittany Booker is one of the 2 women Terry Jackson beat with a hammer multiple times in the head on February 27th. Police say that encounter almost killed Booker. Nearly 2 months after the alleged hammer attack, police found Booker dead inside her car Sunday with multiple injuries and a gunshot wound to her head.
State of Wisconsin versus Alicia K. Sykes.
These 3 women, Alicia Sykes, Carmelita Walker, and Diamond Hood, are accused of helping and letting Jackson, a felon, stay at their homes.
She assisted
in driving a person wanted by the police for a violent offense all the way to Texas.
Investigators say Sykes told them Jackson is her cousin, and he called her and asked her for a ride to Texas shortly after the February incident. Police say in early March, Sykes and Walker hopped in the car, traveled from Racine to Chicago, picked up Jackson, then dropped him off in Texas. Sykes told police Jackson returned to Racine shortly after being dropped off in Texas. Officers say Sykes, Walker, and Hood let Jackson stay in their homes. Court documents say Hood and Jackson had a relationship, and Hood admitted to law enforcement she knew Jackson assaulted Booker with a hammer. Hood also told officials she let Jackson use her SUV and stay at her home. Court documents say Jackson used Hood's SUV in the alleged hammer attack and murder of Booker.
Now, again, Jackson is still on the run, and police say if you know where he is, if you know anything about where he might be, you're asked to call police. Reporting live in Racine, Gabrielle.
Hey, MPO6. I'll start with that. Hey, boo. I hope you had fun at the party. And thanks for traveling all the way from Alabama to kick it with the missus. And the mister, as you call them. Where do I begin? Let's start with this, Poolie. He beat her and another lady
with a hammer.
Almost lost her life.
How?
And he's still walking the streets.
How?
I'm confused. It's like y'all said, he beat her with a hammer. Come on, y'all, let's go let him kill her. Another one, he asked her to drop the charges. She said no. But the thing about her was she had her 6 kids in the house when he came and told her to come outside. She came ahead and came outside and left them kids in the house because she didn't want nothing to happen to them kids. This man crazy. They still have not caught this man. 3 people, 3 women has been charged for helping him get away. Who is dumb enough to help this man steal? He ain't just walking down the highway.
Well, according to this, her cousin and a couple of friends.
His peoples. Y'all that loyal to this man? I take you. That goes back to the parenting. Why these grown women don't know. Leave well enough alone. Leave him alone. Don't come to my house. Don't even come over here. Don't worry, y'all. We got a couple more clips on this one. Here's the dad. Here we go.
Manhunt for an accused killer in Racine. Have you seen this man? Police are sharing these new photos today in their search for Terry Jackson. He is wanted for last Sunday's fatal shooting of 30-year-old Brittany Booker. Now, her father talked to our Tony Atkins today, pleading for help to track Jackson down.
Outside Brittany's house, candles, many of them still lit as people came to honor a mother taken way too soon from her children. This was Brittany Booker, a mother of 6, a friend, a sister.
Brittany was a loving, wonderful kid, man.
She's also Leonard Larry's daughter. Leonard desperate to find justice.
Man, she didn't have to die like that.
Police say Brittany was killed last Sunday by this man, 41-year-old Terry Jackson, who's still on the run. On this doorbell camera, her final moments seen reluctantly walking outside her home with Jackson, leaving her kids inside at 5 a.m. At the family's request, we aren't showing the video.
It was like my daughter looked back and like saying, help me, Dad, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And my daughter would have ran, but she took that for her kids. Because she didn't want to go back in there and do nothing to her kids.
Leonard says his daughter begged for help before she was killed. She was a friend of Jackson's ex-girlfriend. Jackson is accused of attacking that woman with a hammer in February.
He had to come through there.
I went into the backyard of the home with Leonard, who's still cautious because his daughter's killer is still out there.
Listen, we ain't at the woods yet. And like I said, this guy is just pretty much doing what he want to do when he want to do it. And I don't understand it. I need your eyes Anybody eyes all over, please help me. You know, when I bring my daughter killers to justice, Brittany, I promise you, this case is not going cold.
And the message from Brittany's father, very clear as they continue looking for Jackson. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police or call Crime Stoppers.
Help him, y'all. Help him. Because just by seeing him and listening to him, if he catch him first, before the police catch him, it might be a wrap. It might be a wrap. That man said, help me. Like, just like the story that we just did earlier tonight with the two sisters. Went out there to help. One of the sisters went out there to help her best friend who was confronting her boyfriend in the car with another girl. And she ended up shot dead. This girl right here, that y'all saw, the beautiful girl, she wasn't this man's girlfriend. She was there with a friend. Got beat with a hammer. Then came back to finish her off and killed her. 6 kids. She has 6 kids to take care of. Let's go to the comments. Killing your child's parent is especially heinous because it leaves them parentless on both sides. But this wasn't even his girlfriend, his kid's mother. She was a friend. That's it. A friend to his girlfriend. The laws need to be stricter because people are on killing sprees in broad daylight at the police department, etc. And they don't care about prison, apparently. They don't. Apparently they can care less. And a lot of them, they don't have a house that they paying a note on. They don't have a car note. They don't have kids going to school. Some of them do. But kids that's going to school that they love and care about. They don't have all that. They just feel like they ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't paying nothing out here any damn way. I'll go in there for free and let the state and y'all take care of me. Because that's what we doing. It's hard for me to believe that all these people don't think they're going to get caught. It's hard for me to believe this. That each and every person that kills somebody is literally thinking in their head, I'm not going to get caught. That's impossible. Not when you see this stuff every day. And a lot of these folks is getting caught. A lot of them is not. But they are catching people out here in these streets. He's going to get caught. He is. And I'm going to do an update on it. I sure am. Yes. Aja, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, how can you sit here and kill? I mean, you don't want to kill nobody at all. But to kill a woman that got 6 kids, like, you don't feel bad at all? And you had no dealings with this woman at all whatsoever. Besides, maybe y'all got into an argument. I don't know. But this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is the last clip on this. Here we go.
Marshals are calling him a coward on the run. Tonight, the search continues for a fugitive accused of murdering a Racine woman. Angelica Sanchez breaks down the case of Wisconsin's most wanted.
A community in mourning for a life gone far too soon.
She had a big heart. She'd help anybody.
Police say 30-year-old Brittany Booker was shot and killed. Authorities found her body on Sunday, April 24th. She was a mother of 6, her father demanding justice.
Let's put him in jail where he belongs.
But the man accused of pulling the trigger is on the run. U.S. Marshals are holding nothing back in describing 41-year-old Terry Jackson, the fugitive accused of murdering Booker.
Terry Jackson is a coward. He's desperate. He's running scared.
The U.S. Marshal on the case says Jackson was originally wanted for attempted homicide. He says in February, Jackson tried to end Booker's life and the life of another woman in a barbaric crime.
In February of 2022, Terry Jackson attacked 2 women. He brutally attacked them with a hammer and tried to beat them to death.
Police say Jackson fled to Texas. When he returned to Racine, he committed the second and fatal attack against Booker. Police have so far identified and charged 3 women for helping Jackson hide from authorities.
There are a number of people who have assisted Terry Jackson in avoiding apprehension.
U.S. Marshals warn anyone else caught helping him hide will also face charges for harboring or aiding a felon, a crime that carries a penalty of up to 10 years in prison. Jackson is 5'9". He weighs 200 pounds. He goes by the nickname of Scooter Man. He can be identified by a distinct tattoo.
Block lettering with a tribal of a scorpion or spider legs surrounding that block lettering.
U.S. Marshals want to assure the public any information on Jackson's whereabouts can be sent to the tip line 414-297-3707. He will remain anonymous.
If y'all don't share this video right now, and help get this man off the streets, he needs to be gone. And I hope they catch him and don't kill him and let him suffer for what he has done to this woman. You beat her with a hammer. A hammer. And you that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough.
No, she lived.
To tell the story. That's what it was. Yes, find him ASAP. Y'all, please share this video. Please share it. If you can share it right now, share it right now. He needs to be caught. You can't do nothing like that and think right gonna follow you. And only God can get the biggest revenge. So I'm gonna leave that with that. I'm gonna leave it on that. Okay? But he don't need to be walking the streets thinking everything okay. That's how I feel. So we're gonna get into a commercial, and then we on our last clips. You got to hear about the officer that killed the 12-year-old boy. But it's the reason why he killed that 12-year-old boy. But he being charged. You got to hear it. Here we go. All right, y'all. You want to play your commercial?
No.
He don't want to play his commercial. I got to redo his commercial, y'all. And Pooley tired. He is so tired. We was up late last night and had to get right back up, work, take the kids to school. So I know he's tired and came right on. That's one of the reasons why we was late, too. Plus, my baby went to prom today, my 4-year-old, pre-K prom. And she looked so beautiful. If you want to see any other pictures, you can look at her on my Facebook page. All right, my personal Facebook page. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our... I forgot to show y'all this.
You live with the energy guy and main event. Man, we had Hits 92.3 at PEACHY time. Chilling with the missus. Do yours by yourself.
If you don't energy guy can get a little crunk, baby. He get crunk. So it main event was like, man, you just do yours by yourself. Forget that. So here we go. The officer that killed the 12-year-old. Here we go.
Major development in a deadly shooting. A former Philadelphia police officer is now charged in the murder of a 12-year-old boy. The district attorney announced charges today. Our Jeff Cole joins us live with the details. Jeff?
His name is Edswell Mendoza. He's 26 years old. He is a former police officer held tonight on murder one with no bond at all, accused of killing 12-year-old Thomas Sedario March 1st. 7:30 at night, March 1st, along 18th and Barbara, and 12-year-old Thomas T.J. Siderio is riding his bike with a 17-year-old buddy. According to the grand jury, within moments, Siderio, likely to have fired on a vehicle not knowing there were police officers inside, is chased and murdered by ex-Philly cop Edsuel Mendoza. The boy's grandmother spoke late this afternoon.
They're supposed to protect and serve. They're not supposed to be killing a child. I'll never see my grandson graduate, have a baby, get married. It'll never be the same.
Mendoza, 26, is charged with murder in the first degree and is jailed without bond. District Attorney Larry Krasner says Mendoza knew the 12-year-old was unarmed.
When Officer Mendoza fired the third and fatal shot, he knew the 12-year-old, 5-foot-tall, 111-pound Thomas Siderio no longer had a gun and no ability to harm him. But he fired a shot through his back, nonetheless, that killed him.
Mendoza was one of 4 plain-clothed officers in an unmarked vehicle investigating gun crimes that evening. Fired and now charged with murder, his union, the FOP, writes. The accused officer, like every other citizen, is entitled to due process, and we are confident that our judicial system will protect this officer's constitutional right to a fair trial. Attorneys for Siderio's mother say she'll sue the city.
It is devastating to learn that this was not only an unjustified shooting, this was murder. We learned that TJ Siderio was executed.
Investigators say the shooting is captured on camera in vivid detail. Images the DA says are hard to watch.
This man destroyed my family, and he deserves what he gets.
How does the grand jury know that Mendoza apparently knew that Siderio didn't have a gun? After the shooting, another police officer runs up to Mendoza. According to the grand jury, asks him, where is the 12-year-old's gun? And Mendoza says he threw it about 40 yards, 40 feet or so behind me. Live here in South Philly, Jeff Cole.
Can I get started? I'll start.
That man said he threw the gun 40 feet back there somewhere, but yet you still shot him knowing that he threw the gun 40 feet behind you. So when he threw the gun and you knew he threw the gun, at that point you knew he was unarmed.
Yes, he knew he was unarmed. Erica said, wait. Hey, cuz. Wait, he said no longer had a gun. He is 12. Yes, he's 12 years old. So let me explain this, because I got two mixed feelings about this one. I do. So the little boy shot at the officer in the car. It was an unmarked car, and they wasn't dressed in police uniform. And he ended up shooting at them and took off on bike. Officer gets out the car, running after him. He knows that he threw out the gun, but he shoots him and kills him. Probably told him stop several times. We don't know that, though, allegedly.
Regardless if you told him to stop or not, you still ain't supposed to shoot him knowing that he's unarmed. He was unarmed.
I agree.
You saw him when he threw it. You said he threw it back there about 40 yards behind us.
I agree, 100%. Whatever he get, he deserves, okay? Because he still turned his back on him. He was still unarmed. So you did not have to kill him. But how many times has white officers done this to us our black men and got away with it? Just walk right on out of the courtroom and said it was justified.
This might be justified.
We don't know. We don't know.
Still
but they sure don't sound like it.
Well, no, he's an ex.
No, he's an officer. He was off duty. I mean, he was not off duty. He was in an unmarked car, and he was undercover. So he wasn't dressed in his uniform, but he's still an officer. He's an ex-officer now because of what he did. But he was an officer. And like I said, it's not right. Look, Asia said right. Asia, I wanted to tell you, yes, that young lady did die. He shot and killed her. After he beat her with the hammer, he ended up coming back for her, and he killed her. Yes. Erica says, yes, he was wrong, but he was 12, but he shot at a car. Yes, it was wrong for the police to shoot him.
Well, they said, I don't know if I heard it right, but it sounded like they said he wasn't the one that shot at the car.
We probably don't know who shot at the car, but it was either him or the other boy that was riding the bikes. Because the officer said that he seen him throw the gun.
But they never retrieved the gun. I still haven't heard anything about them saying they retrieved the gun. I heard the officer say, "Where's the gun?" He threw it back there about 40 yards back somewhere.
Yep, they never said that they retrieved the gun.
Never said they retrieved the gun. So that means it's a possibility you ain't see him throw nothing. He never had nothing.
That's possible. That's possible.
So you just shot the wrong person.
Carmen said no ifs, ands, or buts.
He was with a 17-year-old, a 12-year-old with a 17-year-old, but the 12-year-old is the one shooting inside the car. We ain't heard nothing about the 17-year-old.
Nope. We don't know if he done got away with it or not. So we'll see. I'm going to follow the story. Y'all already know I'll be following stories. So I will follow this story to bring you guys some updates. Carmen said no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The officer was wrong. He was no longer in danger to them. Flat out. And he's running away. He's not coming towards them with anything. He's running away. But again, like I always say, what's wrong with them shooting him in the leg? Okay, you telling him to stop. Get on the ground. Why do you have to shoot to kill? That's the problem. Well, Fully might be tired of me saying this. I don't know. But I got my bracelet on. I say they got my bullet. I saved somebody's life from getting killed. Okay? Because I got the bullet. So, Asia says, sad story. Thanks for bringing awareness. Oh, thank you, Asia. And thanks for joining us tonight. I don't remember seeing you on here before. So if this is your first time, welcome to Peachy Tea Time. And everybody out there, if this is your first time, thank you so much for spending your time with me and my husband tonight. I really, really, really appreciate it. Hey, she said, new subscriber. Thank you, boo. Make sure y'all subscribe. A lot of videos that I watch, and before I start doing my own show, and Poolie knows because he watches sometimes too. That's all they say is please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe. But I'm so into making you guys aware of what's going on out here that I sometimes forget to say please subscribe. I sometimes forget to say I'm looking for sponsors. I'm looking for people to donate, to help Peachy Tea Time become even better than what it is. Okay, and it is going to get that way. But we get a little bit faster if we get some profit coming up in here. You know what I'm saying? Some sponsors, somebody, advertisements. I do advertisement just as well. So get at us, okay? But we're finna go ahead and get into our last story for tonight. And then we're going into our motivation. Thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. Thank you. Now, this man killed his 16-year-old stepchild. I'm not even going to call it stepchild because his mom and the man and the woman was boyfriend and girlfriend. But apparently he's been around for a long time because even the family members calling him uncle and stuff. So I'm just going to show y'all what happened. Here we go.
Fine has now increased to $2 million for the man accused of killing his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter Friday. Van Brisbane is charged in the death of Nimitz High School sophomore Lauren Juma. And tonight, we're learning more disturbing details about the crime following Brisbane's court appearance today. Aniele Ruiz is here to walk us through what happened. Aniele, we understand there could even be some changes to his charges.
That's right. It all depends on the evidence that investigators gather. But we do know that so far, as of today, his bond was increased from $1 million to $2 million. It was an emotional hearing for family members of 16-year-old Lauren Juma and also for family members of her alleged killer. Monday morning was 60-year-old Van Brisbane's first court appearance after he was charged with murdering Lauren.
I love my uncle to death. I swear I do. But I will never be able to understand how he did something like this to Lauren.
That was Brisbane's niece. She was wailing inside the courtroom during his hearing, and a bailiff had to ask her to step outside. But the details of this case were very graphic to hear. Prosecutors said on Friday Juma was found dead with her clothes in disarray. They go on to say that Brisbane was seen pulling up and adjusting his pants while coming out of their home after 2 shots were heard. Investigators say Lauren was on the phone with her mom and her sister prior to her death and said she woke up to Brisbane standing in the dark room acting weird. Prosecutors asking for a higher bond amount.
Asked for $2 million. Judge granted it.
One thing his family made very clear, even though they're his blood relatives, they're supporting Lauren and her family.
People have to be accountable for their actions. If we don't hold people accountable for the things that they do wrong, then people will continue to do wrong.
His niece had this shirt made that says, "Here for Lauren," and she doesn't know how this could have happened.
How he can take her life from her, I can never understand it.
Just a very emotional hearing, as you can imagine. Now, the judge did ask prosecutors to rush the forensic evidence to see if Lauren was sexually assaulted. And if she was, there could be potentially some changes in the charges, and he could be charged with capital murder. But again, this will all be up to the Harris County District Attorney's Office to see if they can even prove this. Now, by the way, we did contact the Harris County Sheriff's Office, and they told me that when he was arrested on Friday, he did show signs of intoxication. Reporting live in the Harris County Courthouse.
Yeah, that's so sad. So he had been part of the family for a long time, apparently. And the young lady that y'all saw crying, that was his niece. And she loves him so much. But like she said, you have to hold people accountable for what they have done. Apparently, the mama had no idea this would have happened. The niece had no idea this would have happened. And to me, it kind of sounded like the daughter had no idea that something like this could happen. Like, she called her mom and I'm talking about he's standing there weird, acting crazy. She didn't try to get up and run. None of that. She just said he's acting weird. Mama, help me. And mama couldn't get there fast enough. He shot her. They are going to do the autopsy. And not the autopsy, they're doing the rape thing to see if that's what occurred as well. Because her pants was halfway down. And they said when he came out on other clips, it said when he came out, his pants was partially down as well. On this one, it said that he was, fixing them up. But on other clips, it said that his pants was like halfway down as well coming out. So that's sad. I hate to say this because it is some nice guys out there. It really is. But you can't be too careful with leaving your kids around men, your boyfriends. You really got to be careful. You really do. So we're going to get into some of these comments, and then y'all, we're going to get into the motivation. Because like I said, hubby is tagged. I don't know. Erica said, back to the other story you said, he beat both ladies. They let him out of jail so he could kill one of the women he beat. Yes. I say they let him out of jail. So he could go. That's what I say.
They let him out of
allegedly.
Like that.
Allegedly. Eric, I'll be playing too. But allegedly. That's what I was saying. But yeah, if they would have left him in there, then he wouldn't have came out and killed her. He wouldn't have been able to. But just let him right out after he beat her with a hammer. A hammer. Out of all things, a hammer. You can't do this.
That's the closest thing he had.
He could have killed her, right? That should have been a attempted murder, and he should not have gotten out. BG said if he shot him in the back, the victim was retreating. Yeah.
That's the other.
Asia said, damn drunk. Probably been looking at the girl sexually the whole time. I'm at that. The whole time.
Facts.
And probably got a little extra drunk this time, Asia. And just decided to go for it. And not knowing that she was going to pick up that phone and call her mom and them and tell her mom and them what was going on. Because the phone ended up hanging up. No charges if the child was black. Yes, that's the other story. That's the other story BG is talking about. I agree. That's what I said. If the officers was white and the child was black, it would have been justified. That's what I said. It would have been justified because he shot at them. And they probably would have never told that he threw the gun. Even if he threw the gun, they probably would have never told that he threw that gun. They just would have charged. I mean, they would have let it be justified, and the police officer would have walked. Facts, baby, facts. Facts again. Facts again. Hey, Shay. Shay say, hey, everybody. Erica said, yes, I agree. Yes. They say, hey, Shay. But yeah, I mean, y'all got to think about this stuff. You know, and I'm sure this is something that everybody probably caught on to watching this. They would have let that boy go. I mean, they would have let that officer go if they liked him. If they liked him, I say that too. You know, there's some crooked cops out there, and they probably would have been like, you know, he getting a little too sloppy. We got to let him go. We got to let him go. Let's go ahead and charge this. So, y'all, we finna get into our motivation for tonight. And I'm going to put up the call-in number. If you guys want to call in, say anything about any other topics, you can. But just please call in after the motivation. And here we go.
Life can throw you some curves. And it's not just the things that you see coming, but sometimes it's the things that you didn't see coming that hit you out of nowhere, that set you back in such a way that it seems like you can't get over. And you've reached your limit and your bandwidth is full. You already said, I can't take another thing. And then out of nowhere, here comes something you didn't see coming and you're in it.
And in your homes, somewhere in your heart, these words are echoing. Am I going to make it?
When you get into a tight spot and everything goes against you until it seems that you cannot hold on for a minute longer, never give up then, for that is just the place and time that the tide will turn. There are times when your energy feels so depleted that you want to give up, that it looks just totally impossible. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, don't give up then. That's when you've got to fall forward, when life is kicking dirt in your face. Don't give up then. That's when most people turn back.
As long as you're alive, there is hope.
You're still alive. You're still here.
It's never too late, and it's never too dark, and we can always turn things around.
There's going to be bad days, there's going to be dark days, but you got to embrace it, because that pain is what makes you stronger.
Pain is the high cost of growth. If you want to grow up, you want to be mature, there is no way to do it without pain. You can't grow up on the easy street. And the very thing that discourages you is the very thing that develops you.
No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. The only person that's going to make a drastic change in your life, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the only person that is going to dig you out of your hole is who? You. You have to do it for you.
You've got to become courageous to stand up within yourself, to face it and step forward.
We all get a taste of that victim mentality, the why me? You can become the victim of the situation or the victor of the situation. You need to be the master of your emotions, not let them affect you. You are the dictator. You are the captain of your boat, whether you let things affect you in a negative way or a positive way. I don't lose. I only win or learn. In life, there's only winning or learning. All your problems become gifts once you learn from them.
And some of you have allowed adversity to make you stop. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. Execute, execute, execute. In the midst of adversity, execute. You're going to work through this. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. You're going to be what you called to be. And you're going to prove to everybody that tried to break you, everybody that tried to kill your dream, you're going to prove all of them wrong. And if you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you, on the other side is a reward. Pain is not permanent. Pain is temporary.
Here we are. We are back. BG, you're right. I wanted to make sure I leave that comment up there. You just cannot leave your children with anyone and everyone. You just can't. Beautiful child. Yes, you can't, y'all. There's so many people that just drop their kids off because they need to go to the club. They need to go this place, that place, especially young people nowadays. You have to make sure you keep your kids close to you. You got to. Carmen said, God never gives you more than you can bear. Just seek him and he will help you through it all, no matter what. Exactly. I mean, she couldn't have put it no better way. Y'all, I'm telling y'all better start listening and do what y'all supposed to do. Better listen to the missus and all the peaches and Mr. Peaches, because we know what we talking about. We do. We know. She said, red ass eyes. I would have flew on him in court. Yes. Now, if y'all don't want to call in tonight, we finna go ahead and we're going to end the show tonight. I thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget, y'all. Don't forget to download the Hits 92.3 app in your app store. If you're unable to watch me on Saturdays, because I'm finna go to 2 hours, baby. 2 hours. I was doing 1 hour. Now I was blessed to get a sponsor, which is the CEO of Hits. And she will be sponsoring me for 1 additional hour. So I'll be on for 2 hours. So make sure you guys, please download the app. If you can't watch me, at least you'll be able to hear me. Okay? And tomorrow we have a guest. Her name is Nunu Jones, baby. The Nunu Jones. She gonna be in the building. And if y'all want to see what Nunu Jones look like, go on my Facebook page. Y'all see her and my IG page, which is all under Peachy Tea Time. Drop my peaches. Look. Great show. Get some rest, Poolie. Tamika, he's so tired. He called Tamika because that's what Siri's called him when she called my phone. She said, that's great. Thank you. So we moving on up, y'all. We moving on up that ladder. I'm so excited. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my YouTube page. Feel free to follow me on my personal page and also follow me on my business page, which is Peachy Tea Time. And go ahead and follow me on IG just as well under Peachy Tea Time, okay? And time is spelled with the Y. Don't forget, all right? Well, I will see y'all tomorrow.
Don't forget to share.
And don't forget to hit up my husband to get your haircut, your kids' haircut. I'm going to go on and say it. I'm just going to go in there and say it. He also do eyebrows too. Women, don't be lined up. I will come and shut it down. Okay, I will shut it down. Don't be lined up outside talking about y'all trying to come and see Poolie. Like on Beauty Shop where all the women was coming to see the man with the braids. Don't think that's finna happen.
What you gonna do with that? You can't braid that.
You know? And I mean, they was all lined up. Tamika know what I'm talking about. She remember that movie. They was all lined up outside. Don't be all lined up outside trying to get your eyebrows done. Because so many other places y'all go to get your eyebrows done.
I like the way I do it.
Yeah, now he woke.
Still tired though.
So now he woke. But y'all, we finna get out of here. I thank y'all once again so much. We had 1,000 subscribers. We finna do big things. There's so much coming in the works. Y'all just keep rocking with us, okay? And you'll see. Rock with us. But y'all know what y'all gotta do right now. Gotta listen to my babies. Here go Kier. She went to prom. She went to prom.
Peachy time.